went from $0 in my bank account to millions in profit. The money isn't fulfilling.
Who are you? What do you love?
My health, my happiness, and my success.
We know what we want to build.
It was honestly a no-brainer for me.
You'll be a part of something special. We are Apex, or we are building Apex?
This is Apex.
This is Apex, an all-in-one self-improvement ecosystem. More than just a name, a brand, or a company, we are a philosophy that inspires you to live more intentionally, to find and create meaning in your life, to achieve your goals, physical, mental, spiritual. Our philosophy and our mission are our guiding principles. We would rather change millions of lives and make $0 ourselves than make millions and change nothing. So how are we going to do this? We will create free mobile applications, a free community, high quality physical products, and content, all designed to help you become happier, healthier, and more successful. We're going to do this all with 100% transparency, documenting the entire process. And we will never push a message or product that is not in line with our core values. So you might be wondering who we are and why we're doing this. In the past year, I've went from $0 in my bank account to millions in profit. But the money isn't fulfilling. And in spite of what society may tell you at times, excessive materialism is not the way. I've been obsessed with self-improvement for as long as I can remember. I've been exercising for over a decade now consistently. I've read every self-help book that I could get my hands on, and I've watched every self-improvement creator on the internet, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, everywhere. But I think there exists a level of depth and authenticity in ancient religions and philosophies that doesn't exist and is absent in popular culture. We're on a mission to change that. Everybody knows that the food you consume fuels your body, but the content and information you consume fuels your mind and your life in the same manner. Around the time I began thinking deeply about this concept, I came to the conclusions that you shouldn't work just to make money. You should work to make the world a better place. You shouldn't exercise so that other people see how fit you are. You should do it to be healthier and feel better. Shortly thereafter, Jesse gave me a call.
So before I get into that call, a little bit about myself. I'm Jesse. And for as long as I can remember, I've been consumed by the deeper questions. So it wasn't, how do I get an A on this project, or how do I ask that girl out? It was, what am I doing here? Like, what's the point of all this, and how do I make sure I don't waste my time? I was always searching for answers with little direction as to where to find them. And so at around this time last year, I dropped everything and moved to a tent on Hawaii, searching for these answers. What I realized is that if you're going to try to discover these existential answers, you have to first discover yourself, right? Who are you? What do you love? What drives you? And for me, that's always been inspiring and connecting with people. Not knowing what exactly to do with that, I took a sales job to just foster my interpersonal skills, and it was great. I made a few $100,000. It was a good experience, but it just quickly affirmed to me that financial success wasn't going to be what made me feel successful and achieved in this life. There's one person who I knew would feel exactly the same way, and that's Blake. At this point, we had been very close friends for 5 years, and we'd always bonded over not wanting to live these traditional lives where we become slaves to these external metrics of success, money, status, what have you. And so I gave him a call. I said, hey, I know you've been successful in your domains, and I've come to my conclusions from travel and such, but let's not waste any more time here, right? We know what we really want to do. We know what we want to build. It's the solution that we want to see in this world for ourselves and for others. So let's build it. Let's build Apex. He was on board. We had loosely discussed this for some time, and so we got to brainstorming and we got to work. But we quickly realized we couldn't do this alone. We needed somebody who was more methodical and meticulous, and that's where Kling comes in.
So I'm Kling, and my story is not as dramatic as theirs, but I still took a leap. I was preparing for a busy season with my financial consulting job when Blake shot me a text, and he said, yo, Kling, what's the possibility you'd entertain quitting your job and moving to San Diego in the beginning of October? Up until that point, I thought I had every component of my life planned out. I had a great job, I had an amazing group of friends in New York, and I loved the city. But I was intrigued to learn more. So I hopped on a call with Blake and Jesse, and you guys explained the Apex vision to me, a mission-driven company where you're focused on improving the lifestyle of others. This inspired me. I've always wanted to start my own business, start my own company, but I've never taken any steps to really accomplishing that. And I told them on the call, I said, guys, the most important components of my life are my health, my happiness, and my success. And joining Apex will not only allow me to fulfill those components of my life, but help others achieve the same. It was honestly a no-brainer for me.
You might be wondering, what's next? We're firm believers that you should learn from practitioners and not theorists. We will live at our apex and share our journey of prioritizing physical health, increasing productivity, how we spend our free time, how we take risks, and how we venture into the unknown. I'm not going to lie, the path forward is not 100% clear. Great ideas do not come out fully formed. But if you stick along with us, you'll be a part of something special.